In this proof of concept video, I'm not only going to show you the strength of the Amazing Trader, its lines and the patterns they form and how you can put them into practice in real-time trades, but also explain why markets move, how imbalances between supply and demand impact the market, and how, once again, how you can take that information and not only use it to stay out of trouble, but to use it to effectively trade. So let's take a look at this proof of concept video for the Amazing Trader, July 6, 2021. The key to trading, in my opinion, is to understand that markets move when there's an imbalance between supply and demand. I call them episodes rather than trends. And if you can get in sync with the imbalances in the market, what side is imbalanced, it'll tell you what side to trade. It'll give you trades which I see having high risk of working out because you got, quote, real money on your side, trying to undo that imbalance and get back to some sort of equilibrium. So let's take a look at charts from July 6th, what time flies, 2021. This is a Euro-dollar chart. Let's go to a 1 hour chart. We'll start and we'll come down. You can see we had an up episode, topped out at 118.95, and not coincidentally, it topped at an Amazing Trader blue old. And this is the reason why old lines are important. I'll explain in the AT strategy guide. Stop dead on at this old line resistance. So what happens afterwards? We're going straight down. This is where your imbalance is. The market's looking for a level to restore that imbalance. And if you try to pick a bottom when a market's moving like this, you're trading with odds against you. And all you're doing is hoping that you can catch a bottom rather than using some sort of information to give you a clue that the bottom may be forming. And the temptation to buy when a market starts retreating like this is intense. Same thing on the upside. So we took out, we call this a ladder destroyer. We took out a line here, the market ran stops. And now the next key line is not until here. So what does that tell you? The market's not going to run stops any further unless it could take out the low of the day here, which was around 118.30. So how do you trade a market like this? Well, we scroll down. This is how you trade. We scroll down, and this is what inside information is. You know that there's real money selling. How do we know? Well, we have a directional indicator, which are these two blue lines off the high in a 15-minute chart, where this line would have been confirmed at around 118.75. So at a minimum, it told you not to be looking to buy. We would have had a couple of red lines here, would have taken out. They've since disappeared. And you see the straight line down? Tells you once again on a 15-minute chart, market's trying to find a level to restore the imbalance. We had a pause here, slight move up until we got here, and look what happened. It hit a low just above this Amazing Trader red old line. Again, not a coincidence. We had it on the upside in the 1 hour, and now we have it on the downside in the 15-minute. Now I'll take one step further and go to a 5-minute chart. And let's just scroll this. I think it'll look better this way. We had your up episode. Once that episode changes, it's telling you the market's gone out of imbalance of demand over supply, buyers over sellers, which pushed it higher. How do we know that? These two blue lines are the first sign with a directional indicator. And had we been looking across time frames and marked the levels in advance, you would have seen that there was a 1 hour resistance right at this level. Here we spent, a good 20 minutes trying to form this top, and another 50 minutes or so, or 40 minutes, trying to retest it. So we got two blue lines, and if you would have sold at anywhere in here with a stop above either of these blue lines, preferably the high of the day, that's all explained in AT ladder strategy, you would have been in the market and you could have rode the market down. Now, one thing you could have done if you waited even further for this third line to be formed, and we know from past experience, when you see three AT, Amazing Trader lines form, it often signals an acceleration to the downside. In this case, it did it in spades, meaning that it did it with a sharp acceleration. So you have plenty of time here to take advantage of this. But at a minimum, the up episode was over and the market imbalance had gone from buyers over sellers to a temporary equilibrium. And as these blue lines formed, it showed you the imbalance was now shifted to the downside. And you can see what happened. We came all the way down here. I showed you in the 15-minute chart, we had a red line just below this. Actually, if you went further, there would have been two red lines. Here you have your directional indicator indicating a potential bottom here. We made a run for this level here. So far, we haven't hit it. But at a minimum, this sharp down episode, and where sellers were dominating over buyers, which is markets out of equilibrium, finally found a pause, brought in some buyers, and restored some sense of a bottom and equilibrium, because the market's always looking to trade the side of the imbalance, because real money is with you when there's an imbalance in the market and the imbalance is shifted to one side or another. It's always going to be real money in there. Well, one goal of this video is to show you that what I'm explaining is tradable, that you can put into practice in real-time trading. The other purpose is to show you the importance of recognizing imbalances, and that's why markets move. It's a basic of all economics, supply and demand. When demand exceeds supply and the market can't absorb that demand, you have an imbalance to the upside. And when supply exceeds demand and the market cannot absorb that supply, it moves to the downside. And to try to buy a falling knife in this case, without a reason to do so, it's just a low odds trade. And one day you're going to have to sit through in the hope that it recovers. On the other hand, if you wait till you get a reason to be a buyer, and why do you want to be a buyer, or at least take your profit, is because the market has come to a level which draws in enough buyers to restore the imbalance. In this case, take it slightly higher as the market now is in more of an equilibrium type situation. So that's it in a nutshell. You can get access to the strategy using the AT strategy guide. And I'm telling you that if you just go through this video again, and you'll see something that repeats itself all the time. You see the strength of the Amazing Trader, not only its levels, and capping the downside and the upside, but now forming patterns which confirm it. It's all explained. You can get access to it. Should make a difference in your trading, and well worth the investment. So again, up to you. I'm not a salesman. I'm just a trader. But you've seen a proof of concept from July 6, 2021.